It's still overwhelming. I just never in my life dreamed I'd be getting the recognition that I've been receiving. I grew up on a dairy farm, and then I branched out to mechanicking, and then I worked for the Ford garage for 7 years, and then I opened my own shop up in '82, and then I've run it, and then I also had a farm or two through it, and then I bought this one several years before I retired from the garage and started fixing it up and got it to where it was running before I sold the garage and retired from the garage. Well, we were looking for a farm. I saw this one in the paper at a real reasonable price, and I come and looked at it, and once I looked at it, I could see why it was a real reasonable price, because there was nothing cleared on it. I mean, it was all just a jungle. Tommy Yankee, the extension agent, said a bunny rabbit had to pack his lunch to go from one side to the other. Well, I like things that look nice, and plus she really likes things to look nice, so that's kind of a double whammy. If I get behind on something, she lets me know about it.
He's pretty good at this kind of stuff, so I believed he was going to do what he said he was going to do.
Leopold talks about the land ethic. Mike exhibits that daily. Mike has put the blood, sweat, and tears into taking the farm where it had issues before and looking at wanting to sustain something viable for his family. He has done some forest stewardship improvement to the forest land here on the property that would allow the good species to continue to grow and thrive and flourish for the next generation. So Mike has done a lot of conservation practices to make sure that he's protecting the land and taking care of the livestock operation.
I'm very proud of what Mike has done here on the farm. I think it embodies the Leopold spirit and conservation through farming. Mike has done a great job trying to improve the soil characteristics while also practicing that conservation and really trying to minimize some of the impacts that we have when we run livestock on the landscape.
You know, one thing, unfortunately, I didn't realize about EQIP and state cost share until after I'd already spent a ton of money on fencing and stuff like that. But through them, that I was able to put automatic waters in every one of my pastures. Through CAPE, I was able to build the barn out here on the ridge. I put 2 bow rim-frost structure feed pads in. I also put a rock filter fabric feed pad in at my other farm up the road here. My farm in Franklin County that I cut most of my hay on, we went in and done a complete burn down and went back with end-of-flight free fescue and orchard grass and clover on it. Now this year, through EQIP, I'm fixing to put in about 3,500 feet of fence, and I'm also fixing to do a bush honeysuckle removal.
It's made everything worthwhile. It wasn't anything we were seeking, you know, it's just kind of, the recognition has kind of fallen into our lap. And we appreciate it. He's accomplished a lot in his life, you know, and I feel like we've kind of accomplished it together. We're a pair. You know, he's got things that he does, and I have things that I do that kind of help him along, I feel like.
Oh, a lot of this is Tommy Yankee. He's
He's helped out a lot. I feel like as I get older that not only do we need to conserve our resources for the future generation, but we also need to teach our future generation. That's kind of laid on my heart lately. It's kind of like we really need to get the future generation involved.